Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Tuesday, May 24th at 6:04 p.m. here in Northern California, and it is hot up here, folks. It is hot. Where I live, it's about 101 degrees outside. Summer is in full effect, but if we take a look at these crypto charts, winter is in full effect. A crypto winter during summer. How long is this winter going to last? That is the question for today's video. How long will this crypto winter last? I'm just going to do some very simple analysis here on the Bitcoin chart, basically to kind of take a look at how long these bear markets tend to last. So we saw this little miniature bear market here. This is a weekly chart. It lasted 70 days, okay? It's from April of 2021, and it went until June 2021. So 70 days, all right? Now let's take a look at the current correction or the current bear market. And it's been 196 days from the top to the bottom so far, if that is indeed the bottom. It's been 196 days. Now, the good news is that there cannot be an infinite progression of red candles. At some point, the winter is over. I think for a lot of us who are moon boys like myself, it took us a while to admit that we're in the winter. But we are indeed in the winter, and for me, the telltale sign was when I saw a lower low. When we broke beneath this low on the weekly chart, that became a clear sign to me. The RSI has broken down, and we are indeed moving downward. I was hopeful until then, but when we broke beneath, and that was early May, just about 4 weeks ago, when we broke beneath there, and we broke down out of this around the same time we broke down bearish out of this bull flag. So it's unfortunate. I know our portfolios are in the trash, but how long can this go on? That's really the question. This is Operation Find the Bottom. The key is bear markets are what produce millionaires, because bear markets provide opportunities for deeper investment and accumulation, and the upside of the bear market always produces new millionaires. Now, just kind of going back a little bit, we had a bear market over here that started June 24th, 2019, and it bottomed out March 9th, 2020. That bear market lasted 259 days. So we're at 196. Okay, not bad. However, we had another one over here from December 2017. We bottomed out December 2018 and lasted 364 days, basically exactly a year. And then the turnaround happened. So we were in a bear market for a year. What about over here? The top of this was December 2013. The bottom of this was January 2015. It lasted 406 days. And then this little miniature one over here lasted 84 days. So we've had a few bear markets in the cryptosphere. And then we had this bull market that started in January 2015 and took us all the way until December of 2017, during which time Bitcoin did 12,709%. That's pretty epic, right? Pretty epic. Let's see what we did here. We come to the end of this, and Bitcoin does 353%. That's not bad. And then we come here, and Bitcoin does 1,600%. Not bad. So let me get this straight. We go, oh, I missed one here. 1,700%. So down 76%, up 1,700%, down 86%, up 12,000%, down 84%, up 353%, down 72%, up 1,600%, down 56%, and then this last one I forgot to map. up 141%. And now we're down 63%. The question is, where is the bottom? That's the only question. Where is the bottom? Now, to answer that question, all we have to do is look at the RSI. And what we see in the RSI is that there's 4 possibilities for answering that question. My hypothesis is that when the RSI bottoms out, the bear market is over. When the RSI bottoms out, the bear market is over. Now, this is the most recent support level in the RSI. If we bottom out here and we start to see a sharp recovery in the RSI, the bear market is over. However, if we break beneath this line, the next line of support is here. Goes back to November 2018. All I'm looking for is a sharp recovery from one of these lines. Do I know which line it's going to be? No. The further down the RSI goes, the further down the price is going to go. Right now we're at support. It looked like we were breaking beneath that support yesterday, but the RSI has retracted a bit. I was actually doing a Zoom session with my patrons yesterday, as I do every Monday afternoon, answering questions, going over technical analysis for all of my gold and higher. And it seemed like we were breaking through the line, but now the RSI is above this line of support. It's retracted a bit. It could be that we bottom out here and move up. Now, typically what we could do is take a look at some shorter time frames to give us an indication of which direction we're going to turn. Looking at the daily chart, we're in a triangle here, symmetric triangle. The problem is that the RSI broke down from its trend and is now hitting resistance at that trend. If the RSI breaks back into this trend and moves toward the top of it, we're going to break above this trend in the price and move towards this trend line. But if we get rejected, we're going to break down in the price and come back down and retest some of these lower levels. Zooming in even further to the 4-hour chart, we're seeing the exact same thing, just on a 4-hour level. RSI broke down out of its trend here, hit this line of support, and now we're hitting resistance at the very trend line, at the very trend that we broke out of. We now have resistance. Wait a minute, did I do that wrong? No, I did do that wrong. Looks like we've broken back into that trend, folks. Let's see. Let me make sure. Let me become more precise. So it looks like we've just barely broken back into that trend, and we're at support in that trend line. If we stay in this trend and bounce from here and move towards the top, we're going to break above this trend and move higher. But if we get rejected here and bounce back down and come back down to a lower level, we're going to come back down to retest these levels here. So it's inconclusive when we look at the RSI. It could go one way, it could go another way. I got just a few words of advice for you in the meantime as we're waiting for this market to tell us which way it's going to go. And there's all of this uncertainty in the market. Is it going up? Is it going down? If it goes down, how far down is it going to go? I mean, look at this fear-greed index. We're in extreme fear, folks. Now, why do we look at the fear and greed index? Because the most successful investors avoid both fear and greed. You need to index your own fear. And if you're over in extreme fear, you're setting yourself up to get toasted in this market. What's going on here? And so the question is, how do we deal with fear in our own hearts? First and foremost, my number one admonition to you would be to focus and prioritize on things that bring you life. If you're sitting looking at YouTube videos all day about crypto, or you're looking at charts all day about crypto, trying to figure out which way it's going to go, can I just tell you a little secret? Nobody knows which way it's going to go. Everybody's got their hypothesis and their theory, but you'll watch 10 videos and all 10 of them will say it's going up. You'll watch another 10 videos and all 10 of them will say it's going down. You're trying to figure out which one you believe, and it goes flat. None of us know precisely which direction it's going to go. And so spending all of your time looking at videos and poring over charts is not going to bring you life. You must prioritize the things that bring you life. Otherwise, by your very lifestyle, you're digging your own grave. If you're not prioritizing things that bring you life, you're digging your own grave. And so you need to stop and ask yourself during these moments, what are the activities that bring me life? Is it exercise? Is there some creative outlet that you can do to bring you life so that you're not simply sitting and obsessing over a chart, letting your blood pressure go out of control, eating yourself to death because you're overly depressed about what's happening in the market? Don't do that. Get out and jog. Get out and hike. Go to the gym and exercise. Number 2, don't repress your emotions, but deal with your emotions. If you're feeling afraid, you're not going to deal with that by simply making a decision, I'm not going to be afraid. You cannot will your emotions away that way. And in fact, even if you tried, it would not be healthy for you. It's better to welcome your emotions and deal with them, process them so that you can metabolize those emotions, digest them. And how do you do that? Open up your journal and write. I have a process. When I get struck with anxiety, I open up my journal and I write, and I talk to God in my journal. And I would invite you to do the same thing, and I can share more about that later. If anybody's interested, just drop a comment in the chat saying you want to hear more about that process, and I'll share that process with you. And then number 3, focus your attention on honing your sense of identity and mission in life. Use this time to cultivate a deeper sense of self-identity and a deeper awareness of your mission in life. Because at a certain point, this market's going to turn around and it's going to go crazy, folks. It's going to go absolutely nuts. You need to know what to do with yourself. You need to already have a plan. I mean, imagine if the market goes crazy and you've got wealth beyond your wildest imaginations, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do if you don't have a solid sense of life mission? If you don't have a solid sense of life mission, then that wealth is going to rule you instead of you ruling that wealth. And so you need to cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and a deeper sense of your mission in life. Use this downtime. Use this time of uncertainty in the market, because the problem is that if during a time of market uncertainty, you enter into a time of self-uncertainty, then you have defined yourself according to the market. You have allowed the market to absorb your sense of identity so that if the market goes up, you go up, and if the market goes down, you go down. Separate your identity and your sense of self-worth from the value of your portfolio and focus your efforts on cultivating a sense of your self-identity and your mission in life. And if you're interested in talking more about those things, I have a whole lot more to say on those things. But that's all I've got time for today, folks. Listen, thanks so much. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Check out my Patreon, but if you do, wait till the 1st, because if you join today, they're going to charge you today. They're going to charge you again on the 1st, and you don't want to do that. You're going to be angry. I would recommend the gold level, because the gold level is where I do a weekly Zoom call, and I do technical analysis, question and answer. I'll open up any chart that's asked by anyone in that meeting, and we support one another in that group every Monday afternoon, Monday evening. So check that out. All right, folks, this is all I got for you today. This is Cryptogenic signing out. Oh, I forgot to say, sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love. Cryptogenic out.